Hey Chiefs Kingdom, are you ready for a story that proves once again that in Kansas City, opportunity isn't given, it's earned? Because what just happened at rookie minicamp could be the beginning of something special. 3 overlooked names walked in with everything to prove and walked out with NFL contracts. And trust me, what they did to get there, that's the kind of grind that builds future legends. Now here's the hook. Out of 76 hungry rookies fighting for a shot, only 3 made the cut. That's not luck. That's dominance under pressure. And today, we're breaking down exactly who these guys are, what they showed, and why this could quietly turn into one of the most important under-the-radar moments of the Chiefs offseason. So stick with me, because by the end of this, you might just be saying, "We found another gem, again." Let's dive into the latest Kansas City Chiefs news and uncover what this really means for the future of the team. The Kansas City Chiefs made it official on Monday, signing 3 rookie free agents after an intense and competitive tryout during rookie minicamp. This wasn't just another routine signing. This was survival of the fittest, Chiefs style. Every rep mattered, every route, every snap, and only the strongest stood out. 76 players showed up with the same dream. Only 3 earned a contract. That tells you everything you need to know about how hard it is to break into this roster. The Chiefs don't hand out opportunities, you take them. And these 3, they didn't just show up. They forced the coaching staff to notice them. That's where our story really begins. Let's start with wide receiver Xavier Lloyd, a name you might not know yet, but one that could start buzzing real soon across Chiefs Kingdom. This guy came into minicamp and immediately made noise with multiple receptions that turned heads. But here's what makes it even more special. Lloyd is a Kansas City native. This is home. This is personal. Growing up in Blue Springs, he knows exactly what it means to wear that red and gold. That kind of motivation, you can't teach that. He's not just chasing a roster spot. He's chasing a dream he's had his entire life. And that hunger showed every time the ball came his way. Lloyd's journey wasn't a straight path either, and that's what makes it even more compelling. He's been through Kansas State, Illinois State, and finally Missouri in 2025, where he wrapped up his college career playing in 13 games. That kind of experience across different systems builds versatility, and in Andy Reid's offense, versatility is gold. The ability to adapt, learn fast, and execute under pressure is exactly what this coaching staff values. And let's be honest, if you can shine in a tryout setting with everything on the line, you're already showing you belong in the conversation. Now flip over to the defensive side, because Marlon Sewell is bringing size, experience, and physicality into this Chiefs secondary. Standing at 6'1" and 199 pounds, he already has the frame NFL teams look for. But it's not just about size, it's about production. Sewell played 5 seasons at Vanderbilt, appearing in 45 games. That's a lot of football, a lot of reps, and a lot of lessons learned. And in 2025 alone, he racked up 52 tackles, added pass breakups, and even contributed in the backfield. That's a player who knows how to find the ball. What stands out about Sewell is his consistency. He's not just a highlight player, he's a grinder. The kind of defensive back who does the dirty work snap after snap. And in a Chiefs defense that continues to evolve and reload, depth at defensive back is critical. Injuries happen, rotations matter, and players like Sewell can carve out roles if they prove reliable. This is exactly how unnoticed players become key contributors by midseason. Starts right here. Then we get to the trenches, and if you know anything about championship teams, it all starts up front. That's where Khalil Benson enters the picture. This guy isn't just another body on the offensive line. He started 12 games at right tackle for Indiana in 2025, and not just any Indiana team, a national championship-winning squad. That alone tells you he's been battle-tested. He's played in high-pressure situations where every snap matters. Now let's talk numbers because they matter. Benson allowed 24 pressures on 382 pass-blocking snaps. That's not perfect, but it shows he's been through real pass rush battles. And here's the thing offensive linemen develop. With the right coaching, especially under Andy Reid's system, players like Benson can take major leaps. The tools are there. The experience is there. Now it's about refining technique and adjusting to NFL speed. What makes this trio so fascinating is the context. These weren't draft picks. These weren't heavily hyped prospects. These were tryout players. That means they had zero guarantees. No contract security. No spotlight. Just an opportunity. And a very small one at that. And somehow they turned that into NFL deals. That's the definition of earning your way in. Think about the mentality required to pull that off. You're competing against dozens of players, all fighting for maybe one or two spots. Every mistake feels amplified. Every success has to be undeniable. And these guys, they made it impossible for the coaches to ignore them. That's the kind of resilience that builds locker room respect fast. Now here's where it gets interesting for Chiefs fans. This is how Kansas City keeps staying ahead. It's not just about big names or draft stars. It's about finding value where others aren't looking. It's about development, culture, and giving the right players a chance to grow. And time after time, the Chiefs prove they can do exactly that. As the off-season training program ramps up later this month, the real test begins. Rookie minicamp is just the first step. Now these players enter a system filled with veterans, established starters, and fierce competition at every position. Nothing is guaranteed from here, but everything is possible. This is where we separate camp bodies from future contributors. Can Lloyd keep making plays against tougher competition? Can Sewell hold his own against faster, stronger receivers? Can Benson protect the quarterback against elite pass rushers? These are the questions that will define their futures. And let me ask you this, Chiefs Kingdom, which one of these guys do you think has the best shot to make the final roster? Is it the hometown receiver with something to prove? The experienced defensive back ready to grind? Or the battle-tested offensive tackle from a championship program? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take. Because if there's one thing we've learned from Kansas City Chiefs news over the years, it's this: never underestimate the underdog in this system. We've seen unknown players rise before. We've seen late additions turn into key pieces. And honestly, this feels like it could be one of those stories. So keep your eyes on these names: Xavier Lloyd, Marlon Sewell, and Khalil Benson, because today they're rookies fighting for a spot, but tomorrow, one of them might just be making a play that changes a game. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more Kansas City Chiefs updates, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow fans. And don't forget, the journey to the next championship starts with moments exactly like this. Chiefs Kingdom, we're just getting started. And just when you think the story ends with a contract signing, that's actually where the real pressure begins. Because now, these rookies aren't just chasing a dream, they're defending a spot. Every practice, every drill, every snap from here on out becomes a test of whether they truly belong in the Kansas City Chiefs system. This is the phase where the playbook gets deeper, the tempo gets faster, and the margin for error disappears. Veterans aren't slowing down for you. Coaches aren't repeating instructions twice. If you can't keep up mentally and physically, you fall behind, fast. And that's why what these three players do next will matter even more than what they showed at minicamp. Flash gets you noticed. Consistency keeps you around. Let's go back to Xavier Lloyd for a second, because his situation is especially intriguing. The Chiefs' wide receiver room is always competitive, and breaking into that rotation is no small task. You're talking about earning trust from the quarterback, mastering complex route concepts, and proving you can make plays when it counts. It's not just about catching passes, it's about being exactly where you need to be at the exact right time. But if Lloyd keeps building on that momentum from minicamp, if he keeps showing that chemistry and confidence, don't be surprised if his name starts popping up more and more in training camp reports. Now shift your focus back to Marlon Sewell, because defensive backs in this system need more than just physical tools, they need football IQ. They need to read offenses in real time, anticipate routes, and react instantly. That's where his college experience could give him an edge. 45 games at a high level isn't just a stat. It's a foundation. It means he's seen different offenses, different schemes, different situations. If he can translate that into quick decision-making on the field, he has a real shot to stick around longer than people expect. And then there's Khalil Benson, battling in one of the toughest environments in football, the offensive line room. This is where careers are made quietly, without headlines, but with massive impact. Because if you can protect the quarterback, if you can hold your ground against elite pass rushers, coaches notice. Teammates trust you. And suddenly, you're not just a tryout success, you're a valuable piece. Benson's challenge will be adjusting to the speed and power of the NFL. But having that championship-level experience, that's something you can't fake. Here's the reality, Chiefs Kingdom. Not all three of these players will make the final roster. That's just how the league works. It's brutal, it's competitive, and it demands excellence every single day. But that doesn't make this story any less important. Because even one hit, just one player emerging from this group, can make a difference over the course of a long season. And if there's one organization that knows how to develop hidden talent, it's Kansas City. Think about how many times we've seen players come out of nowhere and contribute in big moments. It's part of the culture. It's part of the identity. And honestly, it's part of why this team keeps winning. So as we move deeper into the offseason, keep your radar on these under-the-radar names. Watch the reports. Pay attention to the reps. Listen to what coaches are saying. Because the next breakout player might not be the one everyone is talking about right now. It might be one of these guys who had to fight just to get in the building. And that's what makes this journey so exciting. Now I've got one more question for you. Do you think the Chiefs should keep investing in undrafted talent like this? Or focus more on proven veterans to fill out the roster? Drop your opinion in the comments. Let's get that debate going. And if you're loving these deep dives into Kansas City Chiefs news, you already know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Because here, we don't just follow the Chiefs. We live every moment of it. Chiefs Kingdom, stay ready, because the next big story might already be in motion.